And with respect to the pointers that point to data with a data type, I wanted to kind of conclude by mentioning that how we go about visualizing these, right? So let's go back to our original diagram of the buses. Um, the bus is kind of the data and the instruction bus that we looked at in the first section, and then the read right, so read bar right. And so recall that this were the instruction instruction buses. This was the instruction address, this was the instruction itself, right? And this was then the data buses. This was, we said, the address bus, and this we said was the data bus, um, where actually the actual data was fetched from. And then there was another line to convey whether we wanted to read data from the memory or write data to the memory. And then we also reasoned that there is like some circuit here which understands which region or which cell in the memory to reach out to. And then we said each cell was 1 byte long, and kind of the addresses were incremented, right? So on and so forth. The question now is, when we talk about the data pointers, or pointers pointing to data, pointer recall is an address in itself, right? So what that number that it holds is to be treated like an address. So that address, depending on, are we doing, for example, this where we have, let's say, char a equals to I don't know, 0, and then we have char star pa as address of a. So when we do star pa equals to 1, we are attempting a write to the contents of the address held by pa. So that will then go out as, okay, hold the right value to be 1, and what will happen then is the PA, in this case, the number that PA is having, that will be put on the data address bus. And then after that, the value of 1 will be put onto the data bus. And because we are doing a write, we like the circuit here will go select that address where C is available, meaning address of C, which is conveyed by PA, and then load into that one. Similarly, if we were to do, let's say, char p equals to star pa now, so again, in this case, the value or the number contained within PA will be sent on to the data address bus, and this time around, the read, um, this would be the case. This line would be set to 0, and the data actually would be fetched out, right? And so this part will become 1, so B is 1, and this in itself translates to like more write into the memory. That's like another story, but the whole point is, in case of pointers that point to data with a data type, right? With a data type, what happens is the number that the pointer has goes on to the data address bus. And this is important uh, when you're imagining in terms of how are the pointer manipulations reaching the memory, right? It becomes more clearer as we later on talk about void pointers and function pointers.